Alright, welcome back, guys. We are back here for the second part of the base tour.
So, welcome to the dark room. No, it's all dark down here. Standard coke ovens, large tank for creosote. I use a large tank for creosote because I have unlimited redstone, and because I have unlimited redstone, we can make lubricant from redstone and creosote, and it makes a crap ton of lubricant at once.
I was wondering what you were doing with all that grease up this late game.
Literally the only reason for it. I also don't mind doing the lignite for germanium, even though I literally don't need any of that. But that's 1,000 liters of creosote and 1 redstone gives you 2 units of lubricant, which if you have the ability to run the rotational units of the bedrock drill, you have infinite redstone, you will have lubricant forever.
Oh, okay.
Like I can run 2 drills at the same time and not run out of lubricant.
Really?
Yes, it's obscene. it's
Nice.
it's obscene. Um Actually I should probably check downstairs that I might have too much lubricant in the system and not be making the other gases. Intermediate wall, I periodically process some of this, but some of this is just not worth processing most of the time. The stuff that is worth processing has been moved to wherever it gets processed. So it's a weird state. Over here we have a single chlorine water for hydrochloric. It's super cheap. The chlorine tank's under here, so that's why it's on this side, even though the chlorine mostly gets used on the other side of the base. Around here we have the lithium perchlorate making. So we put lithium chloride in, electrolyze it with water, get lithium hydroxide, mix it back with chlorine, and then sloosh that all around with some oxygen and an electrolyzer, and then we get right back, as well as some more chloride, a little bit of both.
And where does the
So
torches come into this mixing process?
the torches are not consumed in the mixing process. They're just there to shut off the mixer.
Okay.
I also have a MV electrolyzer for lithium chloride to get that out of the system, and then to reduce update lag, I make it run 9 of them at a time. So I do a block, and then that comes. Oops, sorry, I ran. That comes over here to my electrolyzing or centrifuging bank. And then the perchlorate, or no, sorry, it's not perchlorate. Hydroxide comes here. We get lithium and chlorine back. That's stuck. So then I have some breakdown electrolyzers. I also have some centrifugers for refines that need to get broken down. We see like the uraniums are up here, the cobalt ore is up here, the carbon ore, which I don't know if I'll actually do anything with. Refined lithium, those are all radioactives, and need a very big centrifuge for them. So we have titaniums for them. The hardest one is the plutonium. It needs 1,000. Uranium needs, I think, 500. And cobalt, I think, needs 256.
Sounds
So they need
about right.
pretty big centrifuges.
Mm-hmm.
And then some other things that I centrifuge, like rare earth, the powellite and the wolfenite, and the pitch blende. So fun stuff. I have gems over here and a generifier to make the gems into the standard set. So diamonds, the crap ton of emerald variants, the crap ton of sapphire variants, and the and rubies, and then I keep the jade and amber down here.
Oh, so you're not doing each one of each like I'm trying to do. You just
Uh-uh.
generify everything to standard blue, green, and light blue.
Hang on a sec. The dog's getting annoying.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Dog issues dealt with.
Yep, dog decided time was now. So I don't do the individual gems. You can look in the filter here and see all the various ones we convert. So I put industrial diamonds in here because I don't know why. I haven't really been making them. Oh yeah, no, actually I have been making them. Helidors and morganites and sapphires and bixbites and maxi and the various other sapphires and aquamarines.
So
Um,
with all the gems you've done, have you seen a legendary yet?
um, yes and no.
Okay.
There's a legendary.
Ooh, legendary. Jade? How did you
I
get a
made.
legendary? Oh, you made it.
I made that motherfucker.
You cheated.
So, like I said, yes and no. Have I seen one? Yes. Has it occurred naturally? No. I do not believe it occurs naturally.
Yeah, that 0.01% is really, really rough.
So, I don't believe that actually happens in the natural environment.
Hmm. Yeah, I can't disagree. I've yet to see one either.
All right, we are going to go down another. We have a huge in-world tank that my keyboard's currently messing up with of oil.
Is this the
Light
heavy
oil.
that I'm using?
No, this is the light oil.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I have to
ah,
ask, what is this?
what is? Oh, the battery, the charger for the batteries for the IEE samplers.
Hmm.
They will take even though that it's an HV capacitor to IE, it's MV to GregTech. If you give it HV, it'll blow the fuck up
Hmm. Yeah.
because Greg's nice.
Yes, he is.
I think out of the niceness of the world, he should just make that not explode and just not work and make the not working clicky sound. But
Hmm.
Greg's not nice.
Well, remember,
Um,
Greg is not a fan of IE and the fact that we use it so much.
yeah, I know. Um, Chlorine tank, hydrogen tank, which is empty. Um,
Always.
most of my big process tanks have high lows underneath them. So this has a high low underneath it, which is what this red alloy is going to. We've seen my high low build before.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you just set the low point, the high point, and it switches on and off. In this case, it used to be sending it to the gas turbine downstairs for energy. Now it's sending it down to run uranium processing. I don't know when the last time it's turned on. I've been out of hydrogen. I
Time to
have a
build one of those multi-block electrolyzers just for water, huh?
yeah, basically. I have a distillation tower for heavy oil. I have a distillation tower for light oil. We have asphalt and petroleum and byproducts. We have the standard set of tanks. And then when we get down to the end, the two gases have high lows on them so that we can kick the turbine on. The turbine's down there underneath are your feet. And I added buttons to these so that I can trigger these manually so we can go wonk and hey, the turbine comes on. Um, in case we want to chart and run them early. Other tanks for methane and ethylene and fluorine, and there's tanks for the various acids, dioxides, oxygen, carbon dioxide, all the fun stuff.
Do you realize it's not too expensive to break methane down to hydrogen and carbon? And you
No,
can get
I don't.
methane from
Biomass.
biomass in a fermenter.
Yeah, but I'm using the biomass for the heater for that distillation tower. So,
Did you
or the
see how
methane.
many sticky resin you have over there you could run?
It does. I'd have to change that from a bronze one. I've tried running it with the glue.
Hmm.
All right, so we can come over here, jump outside. We have a large end of our tank full of lube, because why not?
That's a lot of lube.
Um, there's a double set of tungsten steel, so 64 million natural gas in here, and a high-low to between the two, so that we can send those, turn on, sending it to the turbine for more energy. There's gas coming in here from a nether portal and some various springs a couple dozen blocks or chunks away. We have another in-world tank for natural gas, and then also sealed underneath you without any formalities is the heavy oil tank in the chunk next door.
Ah,
Because there's
okay.
also heavy oil in here. Although it's pretty to watch that natural gas come up here.
I was just about to say, this is really cool fun watching this go up. And then over here is where he has his crop breeding. I know this because I might know a guy that helped a little bit. Except the building has expanded since the last time I was here because this is where I started. And he has overtaken my starting crops. But yeah, he gets flax here, and his sticky resin comes in from this one. The flax is for making string for dynamite. So he can blow up all the things. And then he was working on getting other crops. When I was over here doing it a while back, we ended up with a whole bunch of different ones. We've got most of the tier 1 crops and a few of the other tier over here. We have pink chest because this is for crazy when her life, you know, settles down a little bit and she can come back and we can actually get back on the server again. And then the other stuff is just for garbage that needed to be emptied and our tools. But yeah, as far as I know, other than him going down and collecting it by hand, most of his sticky resin is coming from right here. But between him and I, we got these sticky resin crops up pretty high. Last I knew, they were at like 11.
Some of them are up to 16.
Ooh.
Although I don't think they're in this field. I think they're in the field that is now covered.
Oh, okay.
That one's 12. 15. This one's 15.
Hmm. That's
It's
got to go really
15 with a gain of 5 and a resistance of 2.
Hmm. Yeah, because resistance you really don't need unless you're going super high. So, which excavator is this?
That was the nickel.
Oh, is it all done now?
Yeah, it's all done. It takes It takes 4, 8, 12 EV batteries to run it to 100%. 100%.
Really?
Yeah, I have to come out here and change it with 3 sets of 4.
Oh, so you're just manually bringing 4, 4, and 4 out.
Yeah, there's no point in running a power cable out here.
Hmm.
Although this one's super close. The uranium one was hella far.
Oh yeah, I
The
bet.
the uranium one was on the north end of the lake.
Hmm.
So we can run over here. We can say hi to the multi-layer bee house. I've gotten pretty far on stone bees. They're almost ready to go. One of these crates has ones. Yep, this one up here. This one has ones with all the good attributes. There is a 85 efficiency, 17 aggro, 4 offspring, doesn't take breaks, flies in any weather, doesn't care whether to be in or outside.
Now, how do you get those offspring
Um,
or
I
those
was
attributes?
I was cheating a little to get them effectively, but I got all of them. Yes, but you basically have to be here when the hive is ready. So this hive is not working. So the light is on because it's not running, and there's a working sensor on here. And so if we throw a bee in here, so let me see if I can find the right bees to put in there. 97 and that's not the good one. Where's the good one? I don't know where the good ones are. I'll
Ooh,
throw
a
some
hard
crappy.
rock.
I'll throw some crappy ones in there. Um, but if you throw bees in here, you can and let it go within about 90 seconds. That light will come off, and it's busy, and it won't come back on until the cycle is done. So if you create yourself a way to know exactly when it's done, you can get all of the drops out of the hive and not just the dominant pair. Otherwise, the
Hmm.
princess dies and becomes a queen again, and it takes a bee, and you get a random mutation after the fact. If you catch them
Oh.
every single time they're done, you can get all of them back. And if you go through all of these crates, they're all full of stone bees because that's how many bees it took to get all of those stats bred out.
Aha.
And I was taking and apparently abusing something, so the light just went off. Abusing something that Greg has since changed, so I can't abuse it anymore to get all the bees back.
How quick do
Which
they redo?
it depends on the bee itself. So this one is 35,259 ticks, which calculator says 35,295 divided by 20 divided by 60 is 30 minutes. So if you come back here in 29 minutes or 28 minutes and wait for it to come back on, you'd be great. But that only works because I have a Bealizer and I know how long it takes. It was proposed that you hook up a music box to this and play a note and just stay nearby. Yeah, that bee's aggressive.
Apparently.
Although it's only the 17.81 aggro. They hit hard and they hit through the Q suit. And if you get 2 or 3 of them going, they'll kill you through the Q suit.
Wow.
We have a similar thing for outdoors up here. So I could breed the outdoor traits. I also have ice and stone and flowers and water in case I wanted to breed any of the others. I've done pretty far on the frosty drones. I got the nice candy stripers.
How are you doing those in this biome?
So they're from.
She wants
She,
attention.
she, she wants to say hi.
Apparently.
So let me find something I can give her without making too much noise. So their biome is when I pull them out from the snow biomes is 353 to 304 Kelvin, and this forest biome is 283, I think. So they're perfectly within the range.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of how that those perfectly. Yeah, we should probably tell Greg that's too far of a range
Yeah.
because they'll run up to 309 Kelvin, which is way too hot. They should be that biome should be considered colder than because I took
Yeah.
those out of a snow. I took those out of a snow biome, so they should have been considered colder. If they were from like maybe a high altitude biome that was cold, that would maybe be okay. But that's not where they're from. They're from a snow biome. And I didn't see different bees in the ice biome, so they're probably the same.
Yeah, I think they are.
So we've missed one area, and we'll just take a shortcut to get down there. In that, we'll cut a hole in the floor down here. I have a dense tungsten gas turbine that's emitting 32,000 RU into the dynamo, which is giving us 24,000 EU when it's on, which is a decent amount of power. You'll
Hmm.
see that there's high lows in the ceiling all over the place. They're for controlling the overflows from the various tanks that we can burn for fuel. So there's a dynamo, iridium dynamo engines and dynamos for the diesels fuels. So this one's going to be running uh, ethanol. Yeah, ethanol. There's ones over here for the other diesel, the diesel, the fuel, the uh, heavy whatever, and the other one that are running. I can't remember everything. Petrol and that one just stopped running, so that's not useful. Those fuels. Mains line, I'm running 3 large battery buffers, and then the fourth one is kind of not running for storing. It's just triggering this laser charger to come on and off to eat the overflow EU, just so that I don't like produce power and not store the EU into something. It's a 50% loss, but I'm also using LU and QU for matter fab and deconstruction, so we do need that. And then on the floor, some various redstone whatevers that I need to keep memory of. So I keep a little reference garden down here of things, and there's the high-low build.
Yeah, they may recognize this as my cheat sheet.
Yeah, and I think you started copying my cheat sheet method. You just make one not in anywhere so that you can use it later.
Actually, I cheated special. I made it from my cheat sheet, and then when I needed to move it, I just left it and ran the wires longer. How far did you go?
3. There you go.
There you are.
All right. So you'll want to turn on the pants because we're gonna go.
Okay.
Um, So we've got asphalt with ice, packed ice underneath it.
And
Nice.
now we're into the
Now,
fusion and craziness.
now we're into the radioactive symbol building.
Yeah.
So multi-block large fabricator, that's a pretty fucking penny. I didn't know how much dense walls hurt because I hadn't made very many at that point, but apparently dense walls are painful, even if it is something cheap like lead.
Mm-hmm.
So that's there. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do fluids. The way that I wanted to do it doesn't work reliably. So I'm going to have to do it Greg's way, which is can it and then uncan it. That'll be
Sounds
annoying, but
canny.
it should work reliably. Charger, we got a quantum energizers back here. Careful, the pipe is will bite you.
Okay.
It's like 1 degree Kelvin, so it's cold.
Ah.
Matter fabricator, I'm gonna make a USB hard drive here soon. And plug the USB sticks into that and fill them out. And then we have a question mark fusion reactor. I've got switches on these crystal chargers, and there's a laser back behind here at IV to charge these bad fucking boys. We get 8K out of fusion reactor, and there are 1, 2, 3 fusion reactors in here. So we're generating a fuck ton of power, mostly to run the crystal chargers. So we've got 3 of these bad boys. I'm trying to set up the high lows. I haven't finished doing that. I want to make it so when the box has a lot of buffer, turn on. When it doesn't have a lot of buffer, turn off. And we'll get there. And we got the last one in here, and then it's running the power for the breakdowns. So one of the fusion reactors is running deuterium. The other 2 are running deuterium-tritium reactions. So we've got to make deuterium and tritium. So we make deuterium and tritium. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. I seen a
Oh,
picture of this. This is
So
nuts.
let's start at the bottom, which you probably can't see too well, but there are 4 legs on each of these, which are huge carbon pipes that have drains in them. There's 18 drains on each one of these between those 4 legs, spaced out so they don't overlap with each other, and then they go into a tank. Why do they need to go into a tank? Because every cycle of one of these pulls up to 64 rounds, which will pull 1.6 million liters of fluid. So that runs every 13-ish seconds. So that tank has to refill every 13 seconds.
Wow.
So those run a fuck ton of water. I was calculating it out to see what the gains and losses are. The deuterium-tritium reaction is the longest one. It takes 88 seconds to finish a fuel cycle. In that 88 seconds, we have used, let me pull up my statistic here because it's stupid. Fusion, deuterium, tritium production. I need commas because I forgot to turn those on. We've used 55 million liters of water.
That's a lot of water.
We produce heavy water from that. The heavy water will go into, or the semi-heavy water will come into the 2 of these centrifuges and get centrifuged to heavy water and give us a little bit of tritillated, which flashes by. The tritillated will come over to the LV electrolyzer. We don't get a lot of that. That becomes our tritium. The heavy water, we get quite a lot of that. So we have a MV electrolyzer eaten through that. and that goes through and gives us that. Both of them give us oxygen, so there's a huge oxygen tank back there, which is what is leaking, which is what that pressure valve is making noise from. And then at some point when those huge ass tanks over there fill up, the deuterium will fill up and we'll start actually using this third centrifuge, and I don't know if I need the fourth one yet. We'll centrifuge the heavy water, which will give us tritillated, which will then convert to tritium and electrolyzer. So these tanks have 5-ish million tritium, 11 million deuterium. One of the small ones in the back has almost 4 million helium 3 in it, which is nice. And then I have almost 10 million of helium. The oxygen breaks down quite quickly in the matter fab for 1 and 1. The helium 3 breaks down into 2 charged matter. It's the only one that gives positive charged matter. Then it gives you more charged matter than neutral matter.
Neutral.
So that's nice, although it takes a lot of it at once. It takes 1,000 liters per cycle, so it will actually run 64,000 at once. So that clears out that tank hella quick.
Doesn't helium 3 have a power fusion thing though?
It does, but I need a fourth reactor to use it. And I'd probably you can use helium 3 with deuterium or tritium. You can also use helium 3 with helium 3, which I don't know why you'd do that. That's a waste of the fuel if you're not making a lot of it.
Yeah, that
So
would
you
be
got a
quite expensive.
deuterium reaction, a helium 3 to helium 3 reaction, tritium to tritium reaction, deuterium to tritium reaction, helium 3 to each deuterium and tritium.
Oh goodness, somebody showed up.
Exactly. And you can do helium and helium, but that doesn't really make any energy. That just gives you beryllium 8. Which I don't know why you want beryllium 8, but and Greg says it's a real world recipe, so it's in there. But it gives no power. There's also a beryllium 8 to oxygen recipe that gives no power, which again, I don't know why you'd do that. But then if you were dumb enough to make beryllium 8, which is not useful otherwise, then great.
I was going to say,
then
there isn't really a use for beryllium 8, is there? There is for 7, but not 8.
You need 7 for adamantium, and you need 6 to make the beryllium. You need lithium 6 to make the beryllium 7. So I'll eventually take one of the reactors offline to run that, but I need to replicate a bunch of the adamantium first.
So wait a minute, take one offline. Are you telling me these are running right now?
Oh yeah, they've been running for the last like 5 days.
Are you? You've got all 3 of these running full time.
Yes. And I have
Holy crap.
every 88 seconds I'm only losing 47 tritium. And I'm positive deuterium, which is why I'm certain when the deuterium tank fills up, I'll actually be positive tritium too.
That is crazy.
So yes, 5 large centrifuges will run 3 and a half fusion reactors. Keep in mind, if you should put a card in for the GT5 world. Keep in mind, I ran 18 multi-block processing arrays and still couldn't keep one reactor online 100% of the time.
Yeah.
So thank you, Greg. I really appreciate not having that headache.
Yeah. So you're sending how much power down? How much are you eating for these?
Those are running. They're running about 1,000 EU. They should be running around 1,000 EU a tick. Transferred power says it's 2,000 every few ticks. It actually might only be 512 EU a tick. But it should be consuming between 512 and 1,000. I was running iridium engines on here and using turbo diesel, and that I drained the turbo diesel tank in like of 32 million liters in about 4 days. So we're just carefully controlling on and offing these lasers to have the excess power come down here.
So it's making the power in excess to run
to
make the fuel.
I can run about 1.5 lasers constantly. Although I might just run the lasers at half power so that I can keep them on constantly. And then I can run 2 of them to charge those crystals at IV. Right now, if they're on, they pull 16,000 EU, which is seems like an insane amount. But also, I'm not generating enough power to run those constantly, and I need 16. I need 6, and that will generate 8 million or 8,000 LU, and I need 16,000 LU to run that matter fabricator constantly.
Oh yeah, that thing is a beast on power.
I actually need one more laser to run the replicator constantly, which means I need another 24,000 EU, which happens to be the exact size of a tungsten steel dynamo and turbine, which we'll make later. We'll do some fission. But yeah, this building was supposed to be for fission and not fusion, and which is why there's a radioactive symbol on the top. And I got bored trying to make the fusion reactors work in my brain, so I just built a fuck ton of these. So there is
go big or go home, damn it.
Yeah, basically. So one of these tabs. Okay. So one of these has 4,600 iridium in them. Has the same amount of tungsten steel in there, and about 2,000 steel, not including the steel and the tungsten steel, and 1,000 circuit.
Yeah, that core in the center, really fun to build.
No, not fun. These things suck. If you see one of these structures and you're not ready to make 1,000 fucking circuits, go home. Go cry. It's not fun.
I didn't like making the one logistics core and the one fusion reactor I did do. I can't believe you built 3 of them.
Yeah. So the next time you see us, we'll probably have an automated circuit production end to end, because I do not like making circuits. I do not like making circuits, Sam.
By the way, I will put a card in here for the build for this if anybody wants to see how you actually build one of these. And since I didn't say it, I'll probably put a couple cards for like the build video we did for Aquariga and Vitral.
Yeah. You might as well throw the aluminum, and there's also videos for the aluminum and titanium too.
Oh yeah, probably throw them on that last part too. So I see the ZPM cable. Is it actually hooked to anything?
No, I made it assuming that I was going to have crap tons of extra power. And as we just discussed, I'm short power I want. I need more power.
Oh, gotcha.
So there was no
Yeah,
point in finishing hooking it up.
yeah, we definitely need to get you into the fusion reactor or the fission reactor because according to Ultima,
He
a
had
breeder
two.
reactor will feed a regular reactor nonstop the way he had them set up.
Well, first off, I don't need to do breeding if we don't want to, but we should probably want to because that should be interesting. He had
Oh
two
yeah, because we
reactors
can get
running.
like all the way up to like Americium or something like that.
Yeah, he had two reactors running, and that was running a tungsten steel steam turbine with two boilers. So um, that's the amount of power I'm currently missing. So we need to build at least two reactors. I'll probably make another two and another set of boilers and turbine because I like having excess.
I was just gonna say, you have 3 fusion reactors. You're not going to stop with 2 fission reactors.
No, I'm not.
I know you better than
Uh-uh.
this.
Uh-uh.
I will come back on the server with Crazy whenever she gets her life straightened out, and you will have already repurposed our base just for reactors or
Possibly, but no, we've got the reactors in here.
something. Oh,
I,
you
I,
actually made them.
I have them, and I have some universals. And here, take anything you want out of this bag.
I probably don't want to touch anything that's in that bag. Yeah, no, thank you. I remember getting this Cobalt 60 stuff when we processed Chocopyrite back on Thylacraft. Oh,
That was terrible.
that was horrible. Just wash a little Choco. You'll get Cobalt 60 thrown in your inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations. And this
Copper
was
too,
before we had a sluice, so we were actually washing everything by hand in a
in a
cauldron.
cauldron. Mm-hmm.
So there
And you
wasn't
like,
any, oh, hey, it's in the machine. No, it just popped right in your inventory.
mm-hmm,
Fun times, fun times.
mm-hmm.
All right, so that is our base tour. Thank you very much. We'll be back for part 3 eventually
Oh,
when we get the.
we've got one more thing to go look at. Sorry.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, we forgot to go look at the thing. Let's go all the way
At the
down.
thing?
Yeah, the miner.
Oh, down. I thought we were coming up here to look at your cheaty rainmaker that doesn't make rain, it just kills it.
That too. But come
Okay.
on down.
All right, where are we going?
Where are
Oh,
you?
I didn't go down
Down.
far enough.
There we go.
Here I am.
All right. Let's just pop down. All right, there's another hole. Don't kill yourself.
Oh, crap. Where are we going? Oh, Bedrock.
Bedrock. So I have 3 of these set up currently. This is Cassiterite, which is wonderful. So I've gotten it in my head and that this is a more efficient solution, even with it wasting power. Because I get natural gas for free. I have a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I need RU anyway to run there, and I need 2000 RU to run it. This produces 8. It doesn't all get used, but even if we stored it to electricity, we'd lose half of it storing it to electricity and half of it coming back out of electricity. So we would get down to 2000 just converting it back and forth from our 8000. So we would lose that anyway. Plus, in this build, because we have a iridium transformer down to there, we have a custom gearbox in here. This custom gearbox goes into the rotational engine, and we have crushers, so we crush on site. which is why I said in the first video I don't do most of the crushing on that bronze crusher anymore. I run two crushers. On this on the basically free energy that we just talked about. Like we only need 2,000 to run that. We already talked about that converting it to EU back to RU is going to get it down to 2,000 anyway. So we have an extra 4 or 6,000 RU that can go into these crushers, and they'll run at 2,000 in this configuration. So
okay. Did you hear about the new thing Greg did? Apparently, Bedrock deposits whether it's.
Oh, you mean the whole spooling all the way up to the surface?
Well, not only that, apparently they're now on a grid.
Oh, well, that doesn't surprise me either.
If you find one bedrock vein, you can find all bedrock veins, and that includes oil and natural gas, apparently.
Huh. Okay. I mean, he has been spawning a lot of them. If you follow me down the tunnel that we didn't come through, and come around, you will see that, hey, there's this blackness. Well, this is the oil that we were talking about. That's right there, and there are 3 sets of springs down here. And actually, well, I don't need this, so let's do this.
Burn it out of there.
Hang on, I gotta go up higher.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to burn oil, believe it or not.
And I dropped the damn lighter. And
he drowned. How did that work for you?
Not well.
I got a lighter, but I'm not going in there.
Hang on. I have other lighting mechanisms.
Other lighting mechanisms. Are you grabbing a firestone?
Yes.
That's what I thought. So in here somewhere is your dead body. And I keep poking my head in there. Now I'm slippery. I'm like ice skating on green schist at the moment.
Okay, why won't you light?
I had the same problem with natural gas. I could not get it to light either. I put a block right under the natural gas. Oh, crap. Hello. Fire in the hole. Hi.
Hi. Hopefully that didn't burn my lighter up.
I hope not. But probably did.
Probably. Okay. So we can see over here, well, for a little bit while there's still fire. There's springs there. There's springs over here. And there's springs down that corridor back there.
That's a lot of springs.
There are 30-something springs in here.
Wow.
Can you deal with that?
Yeah, if he comes... Come here, you jerk.
Alright.
There you go. And he loses everything. So I gotta pick up your stuff.
No, I got a bag.
Okay.
I am. There's the. Okay.
Okay, so the oil from over here, is it going up and over this and down and getting collected here?
Yeah, it's all merging and will get collected here effectively. Because if you see the way the fluid's handling already, we can see that it's moving around that way, and it'll just get moved in. There's the lights.
Somebody's cheaty arc lamps.
Yeah, we'll take those. But yeah, so it spreads out as it goes, and then I don't know if you caught it, but they spurt up when they emit, and they'll spurt up wherever they can. So even these ones that are covered back here, they'll cause this corner to spurt higher.
Oh, really?
And it goes all the way up until it's not pressurized. So they pressure up. So they'll find whatever way they can pressurize to move the fluid out. So it'll do that. They'll fall down like this and spread out, like they're spread out now, and then they'll cover this whole area. And then, as we saw, they go all the way up to the top of the tank.
You even got one right down here.
Yeah, there's lots.
And this is light oil?
This is all light oil.
Wow.
And then another chunk and a half further than that other one, there's a small heavy oil deposit. And then 2 more chunks over is natural gas and heavy oil. So, like, I get that he put them on what I'm trying to say is I get that he put them on a grid. They are too close to each other.
We need to go to some new areas and find the new water.
Oh, the hot springs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of want to delete some of the water springs to see if they'll spawn in their replacement.
It's supposed to. At least
Yeah.
that's what Greg said. And I take it this is not a fashion thing?
No, there was a lava back there.
That's what I kind of figured. I was guessing this wasn't your fashion sense of putting obsidian in the wall.
No. I mean, I took the lava out because the lava, even 1 block away, will set the oil on fire.
Oh, yeah, fun.
So don't do that.
Yeah.
All right, so alley-oop.
And you said you have how many of those bedrock drills?
There's 3. Where'd you go?
I went out the door. You went all the
You
way
can
up.
come all the way. Either way, you got to come up here.
You know I don't do flying.
All right, don't forget to return your suit. We will charge you a cleaning fee.
Yeah, I need my deposit back. There's my deposit. Nice steel armor. So, anyways, if y'all, why do you have a helmet on and only a helmet?
I just put the extra suit away, and I'm putting the other one on.
Oh, okay. Anyways, now we're out of here. Y'all have a good one. We will be back with making the fission reactors, and I will probably be coming on and helping him. So there's plenty of room for derping and bear blowing things up. Yay.
Yeah, I got to build you a new building because we're not blowing up those fusion reactors.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Hell no.
As long I don't have a problem blowing things up as long as it's his resources and not mine.
I don't have a problem blowing up a few reactors as long as that's all we're blowing up.
As long as they're isolated explosions, we're good. All right, so have a good one, and we'll see you with that later.